everybody, and welcome to the third episode of Luke's Landys. Welcome back. Today we're going to be pulling the front end of this thing apart, finding out what we need to get for the brakes, suspension, all that sort of stuff. I know it's going to need rotors and pads at a minimum, probably going to need a caliper rebuild, needs springs, needs shocks, but don't know what else it needs, so we're going to rip it down and find out what it needs. So guys, got the wheel off, got her on jack stands. So as you can see, the front rotors aren't actually as bad as what I thought they'd be, but I'm still going to replace them anyway. We got pretty roached pads and that in there. We're going to rip all that off and have a look. Soft line actually looks alright, surprisingly. I thought it would be junk. A hard line doesn't look too bad. I mean, I'm just going to replace them anyway because, you know, brakes are kind of important-ish. So yeah, now I'm going to rip the caliper off it. We're going to have a good look in it, take the pads out of it, and have a good look at the pistons and seals and everything, see if they're going to work or not. Then we'll rip the hubs off it and have a look what's inside there. So there we go guys, we got the caliper off there. When I went to undo that steel line from back over here, it just broke clean enough. That's it down there. So new hard lines it is. I was thinking I was going to replace all of them anyway, so no real loss there. But so this is our caliper over here. If I can get it to focus. So we're going to pull that apart in a minute and we'll pull the pads out of it at least and have a look. So guys, I took it out and gave it a quick wash down. I'm going to tear it apart now and see what it's like. I don't have much hope for it. Our pads and what's left of the rattle shims. They're actually not even that worn, they're like pretty good. Alright guys, so here's our caliper with no pads left in it. As you can see, it's pretty ugly in there. But we can replace those pistons. I'll pull them right out and pull it apart and have a look what the inside looks like. So guys, we got them apart. Just blew them apart with the air gun like I was telling you, and I had to pull, I think it was this piston with a pair of pliers, but it wasn't because it was stuck, it was just because I couldn't get it to blow out. But yeah, so we got pretty lucky with those pistons, I reckon. I reckon that this has had a brake rebuild before at some stage, because from the factory these are chrome and they rust really bad in no time. So the fact that these are actually pretty good, like you can see they got a bit of something up there on the top, up there, but other than that I reckon we'll get away with them. This one here's the worst one, so I might get a new piston to replace it. The rest of them are pretty well sweet. See, that one's got a wear spot on it there. But yeah, I reckon these would have worked how they were. But you know, better to be safe than sorry, I guess. Alright guys, now we're going to rip the hub off and have a look at the wheel bearings and the stub axle and see what it looks like in there. Oh, different size. So you can see someone's obviously been in here before and done something wrong, because they're meant to be 15mm head like that one, but the length of this one, which is a 17mm head, so who knows what we're going to find in here. Still got good grease in there by the look of it. Give us a look. So the grease in there actually doesn't look too bad, so might find it's pretty good in there. The splines on that CV look a little bit worn, but they're still well and truly usable. So we'll rip her off and have a look inside. So, someone's done the inner bearing nut up super tight, which you shouldn't do because then there's too much preload on the bearings, but this one feels alright, but that nut should be just about loose. Normally just nip it up. So, try and get her undone. So, bearings in here are slightly stuck to the stub axle. I don't know whether it's because they're bad or whether they're just stuck from being on there so long. So trusty old slide hammer on the hub should get her off in no time. One hit, look at that. As you can see, the rear bearing is stuck on there and pulled the seal out. Not the end of the world, I think it'll come off. It's probably just stuck from sitting for so long. So, here's our inner bearing. Looks actually in really good condition. Probably wouldn't have even had to take these off if I didn't have to change the brake rotor. Anyway, so now I'm going to try and get that off. Because that bearing looks so well, I'm going to try and get that off without ruining it so I can use it, which might take a little bit of finesse. By finesse I mean technical slide hammer work. So, got her off. Can sort of see there. This has obviously had a stuck bearing on it at some stage. More stuck than that one, where someone's had to cut it off and they've had to grind it all back and make it usable again. I think it'll run again. We'll just have to find out why that bearing was so stuck. Whether it's just the stub axle or whether it's the bearing itself. So, looks pretty good in here really. I'm definitely going to use those bearings again if I can get this one to go on properly. I'll get new seals, grease them up. Once I get new rotors, I'll stick them back together, or stick the hubs back on it anyway so I can move the thing around. And then we'll get to the brakes, which is going to be a little bit more tricky because we're going to need this little hard line that goes there. There's another hard line, this one goes up and into the master cylinder. So there's a bit of work to get the brakes functioning. So yeah, probably won't get that going straight away, but we'll definitely get these hubs back together with good rotors on them, and yeah, that'll be the end of that. The swivel hubs aren't actually leaking, which is nice. They're all gunked up with build-up of years of crud, but they're not actually leaking, which is surprising. But yeah, so as you can see guys, we're going to need new springs. That one's pretty shot, pretty sagged, and this shock actually isn't even connected at the bottom at all. It's broken right off. The shock itself isn't bad, but it's just broken out of the bottom. Yeah, so that's this side disassembled. We'll clean her up and have a look. So guys, got the bearings all cleaned up. Outer, inner, both come up. They actually don't look very old at all, so I'm definitely just going to repack them and reuse them. Washer from the front of the outer bearing looks in pretty good nick. A few little sort of just polished marks on it, but no grooves or anything in it, so that'll be good to go. And clean the hub up. The races look beautiful, inner and outer. So don't know if you can see, there's no real chatter marks or anything on it. The thing, and there's no hot spots, nothing. The thing, it looks really good. They look like new bearings and races. So definitely all that stuff there, going to be good to use. The only thing that I'm sort of not too certain about using is this stub axle, which you can see right there. Like I was saying before, it's had a spun bearing on it and it's got stuck to the stub axle at some stage. And someone's refinished it pretty well, like it's not bad, but yeah, I don't know. I do have a couple of spare stub axles kicking around, so I might actually change that. I'll see if the other ones are any better. So guys, that's going to do us for today. Got a bit done, actually worked out way better than what I thought. Not going to need a full set of pistons for the brakes, not going to need new bearings, just going to reuse the old ones. Still going to need a seal kit for the brakes and steel lines and everything, but yeah, look, it's a lot better than what I expected it to be completely honest with you. So yeah, I'm liking those results. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Like, subscribe, share it with your mates. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you come back and watch the next one. Thank you.